everybody knows what's been going on in the Lawtube space, or the law influencer space, as we now know. It seems like there's all the law commentators who are trying to be reasonable with this, and there's Robert Barnes. Now, Robert Barnes. Now, I just want to be very clear. Robert Barnes wants us to lie to you, the audience. He wants us to lie to you. He wants us to tell you that the police had it out for Nick, the jury has it out for Nick, the judge has it out for Nick. He wants us to actively lie for you. So he throws a whole bunch of worthless arguments out there and pretends that they are meaningful. And when none of us, myself, Uncivil, anybody who's covering the case, we all say those arguments are going to hurt our credibility, they're nonsense, and they don't make any sense. So instead of him understanding why, that's why we all went over his arguments. Like, none of these arguments make sense. They are stupid. Now, Barnes has a huge history of being dumb. Like, to be fair, all his predictions for all the cases are essentially wrong. Matter of fact, when he's right, Viva runs out and yells, Barnes is right, Barnes is right, Barnes is right, right? Because he's right so few times.
Even a broken clock, baby.
So with that being said, but now I think Barnes is cool. I like Barnes. You know, he's Alex Jones' attorney. You know, matter of fact, if you
I don't like him. He's a bad legal educator. He says things that are
he doesn't.
I don't like.
He doesn't. He's not an educator. He's a propagandist. He's there to make you. He's not a legal educator. He's there to literally place narratives, right? Like, for instance, remember Barnes was the one that said Biden will never drop out of the presidential race, right? Nobody held up a sign saying Barnes was right about that, right? So, unfortunately, that's the way Barnes is, and I think you're right. I think he's I don't think he does legal education. He runs narratives, and because we weren't running in narratives like Legal Mindset, poor Legal Mindset, he's essentially calling him a pedo, right? He's saying bad things about me. He's saying bad things about things about all of us.
Please don't call each other pedos. We've learned that from Nick. Okay, can we learn from the misfortunes of others, as I say on my channel, and not call each other pedos? That'd be great.
Yes. So and it's sad because, you know, he's lost a lot of respect from his own crowd because he's doing things like that. But I will say this, you know, whatever happens with Barnes and Viva, that's one thing. But Barnes can never get us, and that's the issue that we're going through. We're not going to lie for Barnes. We're not going to lie to make his thing. We're going to do our analysis the way we do our analysis. And if you disagree, that's fine. If you don't, that's fine. Like, matter of fact, he even sold out one of his clients to try to protect Nick. One of the people he represented in Kiwi Farms, he essentially sold them out to try to run for Nick. So Barnes is that type of guy. So listen, again, I don't have any ill will. His legal analysis are essentially dog shit. They've always been dog shit. Remember, he was the one that's saying Chauvin would never get convicted, and we see how that turned out. So,
Not really.
I heard the police plotting against me trope before too. You should realize that that's what the police are paid to do by the taxpayers. That's true. That's true. A little bit. Yeah. So let me say, Nate, have you talked to Nick? I have talked to Nick. I have talked to Nick. And I've, told him my thoughts. When I spoke to Nick, it was before, all this stuff. Well, me coming on, not now, but before, and it's just like, I think, matter of fact, a lot of people, I think, all of us, we are concerned about someone's well-being who is within our group. But if you don't want help, I can't give you help if you don't accept the help. So it just is what it is. So I hope Nick the best. Again, like I said, I hope he's able to withstand these charges, not have a criminal record, and get the help he deserves. That would be the best outcome. And I think the part of him getting the help that he needs to overcome this is the most important part.